ChatGPT has changed the game for realtors. Today I'm going to share with you 5 different ways you can increase social media engagement using ChatGPT. The value of utilizing a tool like ChatGPT has never been more effective. Now what it does is it does a couple of things. Number one, it's going to increase your engagement on social media with the things we're going to talk about today. It also gives you the ability to show yourself as the true professional while you're sitting in listing appointments or while you're communicating with sellers, what you're doing that is different than everybody else as far as marketing their property. So I'm going to break these down into 5 different ways today that you can utilize ChatGPT to increase the engagement on basically most all of the platforms that you're utilizing on social media. First one is getting SEO optimized descriptions for your Facebook posts. What we're seeing is that Facebook engagement has actually been going up some. Organic traffic. You know, it used to be just literally 6 months to a year ago where it was like Facebook was a pay-to-play platform. We're beginning to see the organic traffic have an opportunity there as well. You're also seeing all of these social media platforms where they're utilizing the description more to search for what is this post about so that they position it in front of the right people. You saw this with Instagram where they've now got it where you've got a longer description. TikTok the same way. But I want to speak specifically to Facebook in this example with a real life example of one way that we increase engagement on one post 40 times what our normal engagement was. I'm going to give you exactly what we did. Typically, every listing that comes in with our agents, we're going to share it on our local social media for the company. One of the things that we do is we basically put 3 to 4 pictures of the post of that house, for instance, that listing, and then we're going to write a description. Typically what we were doing is we were taking the description that was utilized on MLS and we're utilizing that on Facebook. One step changed everything for us. This has happened just about a week and a half ago, so this is fresh off the presses for you guys. Basically what we did is we took, and Josh did this in our marketing team, he took this and he took the description from the MLS, he dropped it into ChatGPT and he simply asked ChatGPT, please convert this MLS description to an SEO optimized 3-sentence Facebook post. It took that, it boiled it down, whatever it did to do its magic, and then it comes back and it actually has the post that we just utilized that text that it gave. We put the 3 pictures up of that listing that would typically get around 1,000, maybe 1,500 to 2,000 views on that, and it ended up within 1 week getting 40,000 views just by that simple thing. Now, I got to tell you, we're testing this a little bit more, and what we're seeing is sometimes we hit that lightning in the bottle like we did with that one. It's not every single time, so whatever that looks like. But I will tell you that the ones that we've done over the last few weeks that we've done this, we've seen increased engagement on the average of around 20 to 25% from what we were doing previously. This is a simple, easy step that can increase the engagement of your Facebook posts and your property listings in a way that absolutely will drive more traffic to your website as well. Number 2 is to utilize ChatGPT to increase your engagement on Instagram. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to utilize what Instagram has already told us. At the beginning of this year, they came out and they said publicly that they were moving back towards the foundations of who they were. They were going to utilize more photos on Instagram. They literally said that we're getting a little too much video heavy. We want to shift back to where we'll see engagement more on the photos, the foundation of what we did. That's what we're seeing. Just before we even started utilizing ChatGPT on this, we began to see that they were utilizing these photos and that these static photo posts were absolutely getting additional views than they typically were. Another thing that we saw is that they changed at the beginning where they were going to move towards more of a search platform. In other words, like when you use YouTube goes in and it looks at your description and it utilizes that to understand what this video is about on YouTube. In this case, on Instagram, what they've done is they've come in and they've started utilizing that description as search to identify what this post is about so that they make sure they put it in front of the best people. It's changing the algorithm. This is an opportunity for us because what they did when they did that is they expanded the amount of text that you could put in Instagram. So you got more words and more room to be able to tell this Instagram exactly what this post is about so that it gets in front of more people. The value of utilizing ChatGPT in this case is that it will absolutely SEO optimize, search engine optimization. It will utilize that to make sure that this Instagram post gets the views and gets in front of the exact audience you wanted to get into. Let me just use this. Let's say that you're utilizing ChatGPT to do a post about a neighborhood or a landmark in your community, and you're really trying to basically show yourself as the resource in that community. I'm going to use this, for example. We did it this way. Basically went in and said, okay, let's utilize Seaside, for instance. Seaside is a community here along the coast on 38. What we did is we went in and said, SEO Optimize, a post about why people love Seaside, Florida. And then it came back, and guess what it did? It gave us this long description of the reasons why people love it. It also came in and gave us the hashtags so that we knew which hashtags we needed to utilize, and this increased the engagement dramatically. Then we simply just put a couple of photos about that people would immediately recognize for Seaside. Some of the little food truck area. Maybe we utilized the amphitheater. We utilized the sunset views from Bud and Alley's. We utilized just pictures that people would immediately recognize as Seaside. And then we utilized ChatGPT to give us that description. This increased the engagement dramatically. If you're looking for a way to increase the what you're having as far as engagement on Instagram, go in and post just some static photos like you used to do and utilize ChatGPT to give you the description. I promise you're going to see better results. Next up is utilizing ChatGPT to increase your engagement on LinkedIn. You know, as we're seeing people moving and wanting to do more in luxury listings, a lot of times where you're going to find the executives or the higher end buyers or the investors is going to be through LinkedIn. Now, how do you get engagement on LinkedIn? One of the ways that you can get engagement on LinkedIn is you have to understand what each platform's specialty is. With TikTok, obviously it's videos. When we're talking about Facebook, it's a mix of photos. With Instagram, we just talked about they're shifting back to photos, but it's photos and short form videos. When we're talking about LinkedIn, the foundation of their site is to have blog posts or LinkedIn articles that are in there. It's basically a reading place. This is a way that we can utilize ChatGPT to do this. This is what we did. Again, you're wanting to set yourself up as the resource. So I'm going to use this example that I utilized for LinkedIn specifically. I went in and just simply said, write an article for LinkedIn that is SEO optimized about 5 reasons people love Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. This came back immediately and just wrote out 5 things. Of course, there's some things that I would change personally just to put it in my voice, but I literally had this 1,000-word article for LinkedIn that was SEO optimized in a matter of seconds that I could simply copy, paste onto LinkedIn, and know that it's going to absolutely get the views I'm looking for. It also gives us the ability to post a picture, do the things that we would typically talk about with any other post. But by doing this, you literally could sit at LinkedIn and in one sitting just simply have about 10 or 12 different article types you wanted to set yourself up as the resource. Then simply schedule those out to go out one a day for the next 7 to 8 days. And I'll promise, not only are you going to see more engagement on LinkedIn, you're going to set yourself up to be the resource that people on LinkedIn, when they find and they search these articles for your area, they see you as the resource for not just real estate, but all things for your area. Next up is utilizing ChatGPT to increase your engagement and your video views on YouTube. Again, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but literally when you're talking about YouTube, the description is a very big part of what YouTube is utilizing to be able to identify what a video is about. The second thing that it does is it listens to the video and it sees the video information that is actually being said on the video, and then it compares it to the description. And it either brings clarity on what this video is about, or it brings confusion, which makes it harder for the algorithm on YouTube to put this in front of the right people. So what we wanted to do is we want to match the script of what we're saying on the video with also the description that we're putting in, which brings complete clarity to YouTube as far as who this video is for, who the ideal audience is, and what it's about. So this is what this looks like. Go into ChatGPT and write out, and I'm going to use this again so you could do it for whatever. 5 reasons people are buying or investing real estate in your city. And if you ask it to write this in a SEO optimized YouTube video script for a 2 to 3 minute video on, then you give that title. I'll promise what's going to happen is it's going to spit this title out. It's going to utilize all the keywords that YouTube is going to be looking for, and it's going to give you a script. Now, what do you do with this script? Because then you got to shoot the video. A couple things you can do. There are a couple of tools that are out there, but one of the things that we're seeing is that if you can identify and match up exactly what you say on the video with that description, it's like gas on a fire as far as the amount of engagement you have. So here's a couple tools that you can utilize. The first app that you can utilize is Captions for talking videos, and basically when you pull this up, it's an app that you can pull up. It will actually take and you type in the app, or you type in the description or the script that you're wanting to put in there. And basically once you put it in there, it has the ability to set the scroll, I guess, on your phone at a place where it will move at the pace you move. I move a little faster. Maybe you talk a little slower. Whatever it is, you'll find the pace at which you can do this. The cool thing about this is I hate watching videos where someone is reading a script and they're looking over here to read the script. They don't make direct eye contact. We want the direct eye contact. What's great about this app is is it actually puts the script right below or right close to where the actual information and where you're supposed to be looking at. So it's very difficult for someone to be able to see that you're reading a script in that case versus you making and recording something that is just natural. So I would encourage you, utilize that app, test it out, utilize your phone to record these videos. That's an easy way for you to match this video up as far as the things that you're saying on the video with the description that you're going to utilize. Also, when you're utilizing ChatGPT on this, ask it to prepare you a title for YouTube that is SEO optimized for this video as well. So right after it gives you the description or that video, ask it to give you the title right below. That's going to absolutely help you because they're typically looking at a few things. They're looking at the tags that you're having, and I'm going to talk to you about an app there that you can utilize for that in just a second. They're looking at your title, they're looking at your description, and they're listening to the words that you're saying to see if it matches up so they can get clarity on what this video is about. As far as making sure that you've got the right tags, TubeBuddy is a great tool, an app that I utilize. It actually goes in and when you're putting your video in, I've got it where it's embedded into my YouTube channel. So when I'm loading these things, it gives me prompts on the best tags that I can utilize. It gives me a score for that title to make sure I've got the right title. It's a great tool that gives you the ability to really understand how you can make sure that you're utilizing not just ChatGPT, but you're optimizing everything on the back end as well. If you'll utilize these tools when you're talking about adding some value on YouTube and increasing your engagement, I promise the engagement not only will go up, but your subscribers will go up, which also feeds the opportunities you'll have in the future to gain new clients. Last but not least, use ChatGPT to compound all the content that you're doing. So let's say that you start with the foundation of the video for a community or for an area or whatever it is that you're utilizing, and you're starting with the video. Once that gives you the script for the video, then simply come in right below that and say, turn this into a SEO optimized post for Instagram. Turn this into an SEO optimized post for Facebook. Do that right after it gives you the Instagram one. Turn this into an SEO optimized post for LinkedIn. You see, when you do this, now what we're doing is we're taking one piece of content that you're going to shoot, the video. We're then asking it to optimize it for each place. What we've done in the past sometimes is we would put together a post and then we would share the same information on Facebook, and then we would share the same information on Instagram, and then we would share the same information on LinkedIn. Here's the problem is each of those individual platforms has specifics that it is looking for and specific algorithms that it does. ChatGPT understands all of those things and knows how to optimize those things in a second for you. Why not utilize that? So whether you're starting with a piece of content on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, or on YouTube, at the end of when it gives you the SEO optimized way to post that on that platform, ask it to do it on all of the other channels. Simply utilizing this step where that you're making sure that the content you're putting out specifically speaks to the audience on the specific platform is a great way to increase your engagement in a way that we've never been able to do in the past. These things would have taken us hours to try to figure out, and sometimes we would have never been able to figure it out. Now we have that available in seconds. Take advantage of ChatGPT as an agent, and I'll promise your Instagram, your YouTube, your LinkedIn, your TikTok, every single platform you're utilizing is going to see better engagement. I hope this has been helpful, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful, and I'll talk to you soon.